Let's now examine circumscribed figures. A figure is circumscribed around a circle if each side of the figure is tangent to the circle. Any rectangle circumscribed around a circle must be a square. In this diagram, square EFGH is circumscribed around circle N. Your test will often ask you to find the area of a circumscribed square. In this figure, circle O has a circumference of 8 pi. To find the area of square IJKL, we need to know the length of a side. Let's see if we can use the circumference of the inscribed circle to find this measurement. We know that we can figure out the circle's diameter and radius from the circumference. How does this help? Well, the diameter of the circle is the same length as each side. Because squares have parallel sides, any line that is perpendicular to IL and JK and that connects these two lines will have the same length as IJ. The diameter of circle O is one such line. Circumference equals 2 pi r, which equals pi times the diameter. Since circle O has a circumference of 8 pi, its diameter is 8. So each side of the square is also 8. In this figure, the smaller circle is inscribed in the square, and the square is inscribed in the larger circle. If the radius of the larger circle is 4, what is the area of the smaller circle? To know the area of the smaller circle, we know that it's going to equal pi r squared. We need to solve for the radius of the smaller circle. So let's use our information about these figures. If the radius of the larger circle is 4, and we cut it all the way through, we know that the entire diameter is 8. And 8 would represent the diagonal of our square. Whenever you draw the diagonal of a square, you cut the square into two isosceles right triangles. So we know our sides are going to be in the ratio of x, x, and x radical 2. So in this case, x radical 2 equals 8. So x is going to equal 8 over radical 2. If you multiply the top and the bottom by radical 2, you get that x is equal to 4 radical 2. So we know each of the sides of the square is 4 radical 2. Well, since the square is inscribed in the circle, what we also know is that the diameter of the circle is going to equal one of the sides of the square. So the diameter of the smaller circle is equal to 4 radical 2, which means that the radius is going to be half of that, or 2 radical 2. And now we're ready to plug it into our formula. Pi times 2 radical 2 squared. And that's going to equal pi times 4 times 2, which is equal to 8 pi. Our final answer choice is B.